Hi, my name is Paige Borcherding, and one of my favorite books that I read this year was How to Save a Life, written by Sara Zarr. This is a fiction book, and the story is about a girl named Mandy who gets pregnant at age 17. The family she decides to give her baby to has a daughter the same age as Mandy, and her name is Jill. The family is very comforting towards Mandy, except that Jill and Mandy do not get along at all. They have very different personalities that cause them to have lots of conflict within each other for the entire story. What I like about Zarr's writing is that she doesn't have actual chapters, but she switches the point of view between Mandy and Jill for the entire story. After a few pages of writing in Jill's point of view, she'll switch to Mandy's point of view. And I really like that because it keeps the story interesting about their opinions on their point of view from both sides of one story. I would recommend it because it is a slow-paced type of read, and if you like easygoing reads where you just want to relax, I would recommend this book. It has a lot of biased opinions, and if you enjoy reading from two very strong-willed characters, then I would also recommend this book for you. The writing that what I love about Zarr's writing is that she has a lot of imagery, so that helps with the character development, which I'll describe in a minute. And she has personification, onomatopoeias, and that also helps bring the story to life and really dragged me in as a reader. I have a quote that I will read to you, it's in Mandy's point of view, describing Jill, and that's the way that Zarr develops her characters, is through the point of view of the other character. And it reads, "Anyway, Jill is not my type. With an electric blue streak in her brown-black hair, that eyebrow ring, and dark chipped nail polish, she doesn't take care of herself or understand the importance of first impressions. Mother says you should always take a moment to look in the mirror before you leave the house and try to see yourself through the eyes of strangers." This shows a lot of imagery, and like I said, the imagery helps really develop the characters, and she has this throughout the entire book. I would probably give this book 4 out of 5 stars. I loved the pace of the book. It was slow and great to read, just for an easygoing afternoon, and Zarr includes, like I said, a lot of literary devices. The ones that I noticed the most were the onomatopoeias and the personification and imagery. However, she has plenty more. I wish, however, that she would have given some notice that she was going to be switching views, because I was very confused in the beginning. That all of a sudden Jill was talking in first person, and then someone else was talking about Jill, and I was just really confused. I also wish that she had more of a conflict rather than just the conflict between Jill and Mandy, because it got a little bit old having the same conflict between the same characters throughout the entire book. But the way that she sets it up for the ending of the book, which I don't want to spoil it, but she did a nice job of bringing that conflict through to set up the ending of the book. Other than that, it was just very interesting, and I would definitely want to read another one of Zarr's books, because this book was definitely very interesting, and I would recommend it. Thanks for listening.